Hi guys, it's me Boog.
And Dad,
And today we're gonna be reviewing
Ultimate.
the DC Multiverse. Last Night on Earth, Bane Build-A-Figure.
Yes, this is him, folks, in all his glory. Dun dun dun. And of course, we have Scarecrow here on his back. That's kind of the way they set it up. I guess maybe that's kind of how he runs around in this series because he doesn't have legs for some reason. We don't really know why.
They have the whole entire lower half.
Yeah, but I'm sure if we'd read the comics, we would know. But we have not. So, to build Bane, uh, you're going to need Batman with Joker's head in the uh, um,
The lantern.
lantern. Yeah. And then this other Batman. It kind of looks a little bit like Nightwing. Kind of. It's like a mix between Nightwing and Black Panther, I think.
Yeah.
Um, just totally different art style. And this Wonder Woman, I think Boog said it best, kind of like a Trojan style Wonder Woman.
Gladiator.
Gladiator, yeah. And that these one,
And,
two, three, and four.
you also the now so Scarecrow is also a separate figure.
Yes, he does not come with the build a figure. He is the separate figure. So you need one, two, three, and four, and then you can build Bane. So I'm gonna set all these aside because we have got reviews on all of these, and we will concentrate on Bane here and give you a good look at him.
Well, first, me and Dad have kind of a story to tell about our adventures with Bane.
Yeah, so as most of you probably know, this series is from about 2 years ago. I think it was a 2021 release, maybe 2020. But anyway, yeah, this was our first go into the DC multiverse figures, and it probably wasn't a good one for us to start with because we're familiar with most of the basic characters, but not these like offshoot type things. So, long story short, we weren't really thrilled with the characters because they are so different, and which we're familiar with them. And then, so we mainly bought it to get the build a figure Bang, which I did think he was cool. But once we got everything opened up and went to putting together,
He wouldn't stay together.
yeah, it was impossible to put together almost. You couldn't get the joints to fit in the way they were supposed to. It just pop back out. It just seemed like because you make the connections you have to do here are wrist to arm, arm to shoulder, and then
Head, and then legs to torso.
yeah, show them up close. They can see the crease. You can see how you're having to do that. I think you can see the crease barely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. It's not a. It doesn't seem like a difficult connection to make, but this is some really hard plastic, and just couldn't get the leg pegs into the hole. At least not deep enough to where it would snap together and stay on. So you'd get it on and barely hang on. It would just fall off, and we got frustrated with it pretty quick and just kind of threw the whole set to the side. And
Yeah,
we're like,
Dad threw out the bag and he said they needed to return it, but we actually couldn't return it because we didn't have the boxes.
right,
So
yeah.
that's kind of so. And then we decided to do our Beast Boy build a figure.
Which was just last couple weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and that
Or
kind of got us
last
back
week.
into the DC style of stuff. Obviously, he went much better. The figures that he came with, we were much more familiar with.
Well,
So we
not
started
really
looking
familiar with, but
a little more. I mean, we knew Nightwing was.
yeah,
A couple of them didn't. We knew, but Beast Boy, we knew who that was.
yeah.
You know. So that's from the Titan series. So, but anyway, back to this series. So yeah, after getting four figures that we weren't exactly thrilled with, and again, that's just personal choice. Like I said, we weren't familiar with this series, and then getting the build a figure which we really wanted that wouldn't even stay together. I was really kind of bummed with McFarlane. I was kind of like, we're not doing this anymore. We're going to stick with Marvel or whatever. And really, for the last couple of years, we did until we saw the Beast Boy build a figure set, and went back to it and started looking up online and stuff, and we're really impressed with a lot of the stuff that McFarlane has
Beast
done.
Boy actually reminded us that we had this Bane.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
the problem was that me and Dad did not know what it was until today.
Yeah, I was just cleaning up downstairs and I found it. I just bagged it all up in a grocery sack, and there it all was. So, but Boog, in since 2 years of his past, maybe a little longer, he has learned techniques as far as how to get some of the figures together that are very difficult.
Yeah,
So
so
he found it.
yeah, pretty much me and Dad got to where we had both the hands in. um, this arm was on and the head. Nothing else was on. Well, the arm wasn't. This arm wasn't on, but the hand was pegged in there. So, so I and also somehow this Batman lost its head. Lost his head.
Yeah,
I don't know.
head wasn't attached. Right.
So, I just grabbed me a bowl, poured some water in it, threw it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and then took it out, and then first I put the head back on Batman, and then I put the torso, pretty much I took the head scan and the other arm off of the Bane, and then put it in, and then this arm finally popped on.
So you're saying you just took the torso part and
Yeah.
put that in the hot
Yeah.
water.
Well, actually, my bowl was actually too small for his torso, so I just had to put the upper part in where the arms would peg in.
Okay, so you got his legs sticking out, the upper parts in there in this hot, really hot water. Okay, and I
Yeah.
guess that relaxes the
So that's
holes.
no, actually, what that does is it softens the plastic.
Okay.
So then it makes it easier for you to pop it in.
Ah, gotcha. Because these are some really hard plastic toys for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
And
I guess
then
you had to reverse it.
And then for the legs, I had to stick the upper, like the thigh part, in, and then 2 minutes later, and then they were ready, and I popped them right on
Oh, so you for the leg part, did you put the torso part in or the actual leg itself?
the leg itself,
Okay, so you put
from
the
the
leg itself.
from the thigh
So
down.
you took the leg, stuck them upside down with the feet out.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then that loosened up that, and you were able to just pop it right in real easy.
yeah.
Genius. So that's a huge thing for collectors to know, because yeah, you can really struggle with these guys if you don't know that trick. So Boo pulled it off.
Or you could use a hair dryer. You could also use that. Um, I would say that you can use a heat gun, but it's a little bit risky because you could end up melting the plastic.
Yeah, and that would be very bad. So yeah, if the hot water thing works, I think I would go with that. Maybe we'll do a video with a demonstration.
So make sure.
Um,
So I will say this: if you do want to use a heat gun, just be very careful,
yeah. Um,
and make sure that you don't just put the heat in one spot, and you want to move it around.
right. But yeah, we'll do a demonstration with the hot water. That seems to be the safest.
Yeah.
Next time we have some troubles, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we could really use it on any figure that has like difficulties. Like let's say we'll take this Cody Rhodes figure. Let's say that his arm fell off
Okay.
or something, and we couldn't put it back in. Then we put the torso, then we could put the torso in hot water, and then the arm would just pop right back in.
That is genius. All right, so enough about that. Let's show you this Bane. But I would also think the other good thing to that is that once you have to do that and you get them popped in where they go, I would think as the plastic cools off and expands more, there should be
Uh,
a solid connection. Like these should not fall off. I would think.
Yes, so pretty much once it cool pretty much for the first like few minutes afterward, it will feel kind of cheap. Well, actually, it kind of depends on which figure it is. Like if it's like a Black Series figure or like a Mattel, then like if you just start playing with it immediately after you take it out of the water, it will feel cheap because it's still loose.
Okay,
So, but if you wait like I don't know, like maybe like 10 minutes, so the plastic can cool off, um, and then it'll start feeling like how it used to.
gotcha. Oh, very cool. So here is Bane. Yeah, I can actually feel it because he's still a little wet. Give you a good look at him. My fingers.
Yeah, because the one problem with that is that the water can get stuck in the joints, which
Gotcha.
yeah, but that's not really that big of a problem.
It'll drain eventually.
Yeah,
So, I mean, he is a cool build figure. I'm not going to knock him. Again, just kind of like the rest of this line, he's just not my favorite iteration. I don't really. I think the biggest thing that throws me off with this thing is his peanut head, and I know that's not McFarlane's fault. I'm sure this is exactly what he looked like in his comic book series that he was in, but it looks really weird. But I guess it was some kind of a cartoon type thing. That's what it was like, a cartoon type figure.
yeah, he looks like
Um,
where he has like it looks like they're using a technique where they had like the smaller head to make the body look bigger.
yeah. And this guy's heavy for an action figure. I mean, this thing weighs 2 or 3 pounds. I mean, you're getting a lot of plastic with that. I have no complaint with the price or anything like that. I mean, he is definitely a awesome, worthy, build a fig.
And I can't really
Uh,
remember how much we paid for this when it was brand new.
I'm sure the full price because we got them at the store, so they're $24.99 each.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe a little
Well,
cheaper a
yeah,
couple
they
years
might
ago,
have
but
been a little cheaper a few years
yeah.
ago.
But McFarlane's pretty good on their prices anyway. At least on Amazon, you can find a lot of the McFarlane stuff for way less than $24.99. So keep that in mind if you don't know that and you're looking for some of these, sets that you haven't got yet. And even the McFarlane Toys.com, they have some really good deals on there too. It's not just straight up, retail price. They do some really good deals on that. Unlike Hasbro, who never does any
Hasbro.
deals. Yeah. So anyway, let me finish showing you the details. Like the belt looks cool. It's kind of it almost looks like concrete as far as the skin tone,
Yeah, it kind of looks.
color.
It looks very pale.
He's got his little electronics here. Um,
She's done.
okay, and then you can see the back of the belt there. He's also got kind of a holster. Um, not for a gun. Almost like maybe he has a flashlight, something there. And here's the front. But yeah, really, really huge.
It looks
huge
like Wreck-It
figure.
Ralph.
I mean, look at that's like Wreck-It Ralph. I mean, look at the size of these feet. I mean, these boots are ginormous. But yeah, I'm gonna let Boo go over the articulation with you.
Okay. So the head, yeah, we really can't expect much. You can get side to side, a little bit look down, but not much up, and then maybe a little bit of tilt. Arm goes up to there. Single elbow, but does swivel. It's a bit tight though. And then, unfortunately, our hand is a little bit loose. It swivels all the way around. And then, let's see, there you go. It's very tight. So, the hand could go in and out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the hands are really stiff that I really have not gotten this one to move at all.
At all? That is super stiff. I'm guessing it's more hot water. Dip it in.
No, actually oil is better for that.
Oh,
A little bit of oil to loosen it up. Then you get some swivel, no up. Let's see.
super tiny.
Oh no.
Didn't think that would happen, but see, that was the problem area.
Yeah, yeah, and also that's a problem with Build-A-Figures in general. Like sometimes if you tug too hard on the joints, then they will pop off.
Yeah, show them the joint on that one. You can see particularly why this one's bad. Just because of the design. And it looks like it would pop on there very easily. You can show them the other side of the top, but it just doesn't fit well, even though it looks like it should. Now, hand me Beast Boy. I'll show him Beast Boys. He's a totally different design.
Yeah, also I'm gonna see if I can even get the knee to
Yeah.
move at
So
all.
Beast Boys, he attaches like a normal action figure up in here in this section. He's the full leg. They didn't do the half thing, which is very good. I'm very happy about it because this works out so much better. And what Boog's having to deal with over there with Mr. Bane.
Yeah, it doesn't want to stay on.
So yeah, we're gonna have to do the hot water thing probably again.
Yeah, but I guess we could do the tutorial.
Yeah, we could. We'll pause for a second, get the water, and we'll show you how to.
Okay, so now the water is being placed.
Right. We have a bowl of water, not a huge bowl.
And it is steaming as well.
Right. Microwave for 2 minutes.
So the head also popped off, so
Oh dear.
we don't need the hot water to pop it off, just for science will do it.
Okay, so dip it in. Is there a certain amount of time you'd like to leave it in there for, or just?
Yeah, I recommend that you leave it for
I'll give you a better look there. Tilt that down some.
I recommend that you leave it in there for about 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And then like for how long you should leave it in the microwave depends on how big the bowl that you're using.
Yeah, how much water? Right.
Yeah. So like if you had like a tub kind of like
Yeah.
thing, that would be like about 3 minutes in the microwave.
Right. Would never go longer than 3 minutes though. Mom totally exploded our microwave one time. They did
Yeah.
that. She blew the whole door off.
So we'll be back
I
at
did.
we'll be back after 2 minutes.
Right.
We're back. So it's been 2 minutes.
Right. Our action figure Bane parts have soaked for 2 minutes in hot water.
And when it comes to small accessories, like I like to take another figure and just scoop it out.
So you don't burn your fingers. This
Yes.
water's still pretty hot, even after 2 minutes.
And then instead now Beast Boy has to deal with burning flesh.
Right. Oh!
So let's see. But you don't want to wait for it to cool off. Like, see, now you can see how squishy the head sculpt is now.
Oh, yeah. So now, yeah, you would kind of want to move on and take care of business and get your parts put on.
Then the leg, it doesn't actually turn as squishy, but still much easier to get on.
Right. You're able to get it on. Very nice. Okay. So we'll wrap up this our review. Well, I think that is going to wrap up our review for the Build-A-Figure Bang. We just got to rank the figures,
Yep,
and that'll be it.
yep.
So let's go ahead. And this is the thing I love about the McFarlane Build-A-Figs. You don't have to go through 6 or 7 sometimes figures to get your Build-A-Fig, which is so nice.
So actually, we're finishing off articulation. So the ankle goes back to there.
Okay.
Let's see.
Now he doesn't go back. Yeah, this
Yep,
this
there you
pain's
go.
got some really tight joints.
Forward to there. And then toe. Dad's favorite.
Right. All right. Are we done? That's
Yep.
it for Bane. Now let's bring out the figures.
Poor Scarecrow.
Well, he actually comes to stand. Yeah.
Oh, he's sitting like that, so we'll leave him like that for now. To be honest, Wonder Woman actually needs it more than he does.
True. She's got some serious problems with the ankles there. You see, like how bad her ankle is actually bent. That ball joint just doesn't do any favors.
So we're gonna start. So me and Dad are gonna count the Build-A-Figure individually.
He's not in this. Yes. Okay.
He'll be back for comparisons.
Right. So
We're gonna go from least favorite to favorite. Yeah.
okay. So who's going first?
So we're gonna include Build-A-Figure as well.
Okay.
So Dad, I'll be starting.
All right. My least favorite in this series, I'm going to have to say, is Wonder Woman.
Gladiator Wonder Woman.
Yeah, just don't care for this style of Wonder Woman at all, and that's just personal preference. As an action figure, I think she's okay, except for the standing part. They definitely could have done a better job on her legs because she will not stand up at all. Just a really weird design for those boots down there.
And unlike her counterpart here, she definitely will not be probably not anywhere close to the figure of the year.
Right. Okay.
So and then pretty much it's gonna be the exact same for me as I also picked Gladiator Wonder Woman for number I guess 5.
Okay. All right. Number 3 for me is going to be this one right here. I don't know what kind of Batman you want to call this. Stealth Batman. It's just not a very interesting figure to me, and not a version of Batman that I particularly like. It looks like some kind of mix between, I don't know, Nightwing suit and Black Panther, maybe. But I just don't really enjoy this design.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same for me as I also pick him as number 3. Seems like our countdown has been very similar recently.
Yes, it has.
It's weird. Anyway, so yeah, pretty much the same as Dad said. That it's not really my ideal Batman, and I don't really like the design that much. Like, why is there red? Like, seriously, why?
Yeah.
Moving on.
All right. So for me, I guess I'm down to my number 3.
Yep.
And number 3 is going to be
now.
Yes. Number 3 for me is going to be oh no, sorry. I killed him. Yeah, do not think about my peanut head. But it's going to be
Especially
Scarecrow. And I think, like I said, while he is technically a half figure, this is a very interesting figure. It does look like something out of a horror type movie or show, but that's also what makes it interesting.
And al-
So
and
I kind
also
of
and
like
also
this figure.
and also can be used as an accessory as well.
Yeah, and like I said, he could ride on the back of Bane, and you also get the stand included with him, so he can kind of float around. So that's number three for me.
Even though Wonder Woman technically needs it more actually.
She does.
And I'm also going to go with Scarecrow at number three, and it'd probably be number one if it was a full figure.
Okay, gotcha.
And yeah, that's it.
All right. So now we're down to the Build-A-Fig and the other Batman version. So number two for me is going to be the other Batman version. While it's not my favorite design of Batman, it at least is an interesting figure.
Yeah.
Get this weird kind of jumpsuit, straight jacket type jumpsuit. Boog pointed out that's probably his cape in the back, the
That's
belts.
made out of belts.
Then of course you get Joker's head in the lantern, which is really weird. So yeah, all together, not my favorite version of Batman, but at least it's interesting. So he's going to be uh, number four in the
No,
series, or
number two.
my favorite regular
Or
figure
yeah, no.
of the line. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the same for me because to be honest, of all of them, this one is the most interesting to me. Like I'm really interested. Like how did things get to this point?
Yeah, almost. It does make you almost want to go read this comic just to see what happened.
Yeah,
Because yeah,
what
this is
happens
some
to Batman?
wild stuff going on here. And what happens to Joker? What happened to
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow?
What
Yeah,
happened to Bane?
right. Yeah, they're all mutated. Yeah, and weird.
And yeah, to no one's surprised, Bane is number one.
Yeah, he is the favorite. The Build-A-Fig is the favorite out of the series for us. And again, I'm not in love with this figure for multiple reasons. I don't think it's a great figure, mainly because of the problems it has as far as just staying together. It was not really designed that well. Um, like I said, it's very tough to put together, and still kind of tough to get to stay together if you're actually going to play with him.
Yeah.
Now, on your shelf, I'm sure he'll be absolutely
And
fine.
also, and also, it pretty much to put them together, you have to use a microwave.
Yeah, you have to do the hot water technique, which we showed you in this video.
Well, we don't know if you
Um,
have to. Like maybe you have another technique. You could use the blow dryer technique or a heat gun.
Yeah, and if you have this figure, definitely comment down below. Let us know what you did, or if maybe we just have a bad figure. Maybe yours went together perfectly. That does happen sometimes.
Well, here's
So
our only other DC Multiverse figure or build a figure, which is
right,
Beast Boy.
and he went together a whole lot better than Bane.
Yeah, no heat
Um,
needed.
yeah, so I think the issues with Bane is kind of a one off just because of the shape and the way they designed it. But again, like I said, he has a cool build a fig. He's very heavy. This thing weighs probably like 3 pounds. It's a lot of plastic there.
And then I'm pretty sure, and then we also have our only other DC Build-A-Figure. We have, Doomsday, which I'm pretty sure, which is from Mattel. I'm pretty sure their line was called the DC Classics, I think.
Okay. Yeah, and then my other complaint with Bane is I just don't enjoy the peanut head, but it has nothing to do with the toy. McFarlane is just making this, I'm sure, just like it was in the comic. It's just a design, thing with the character. I don't care too much for.
Well, yeah, which of these three would you say is the best?
Mm, I mean, it's tough. I would probably go with. I mean, this would be my favorite just because I love this character. I think he looks absolutely awesome. And this is an older Mattel Build a Fig.
From 2015?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was a Build a Fig.
Yeah, he
Was
was.
he? Okay, but yeah, he's great. I love him. This is Darkseid.
Doomsday.
Doomsday. Yeah, he just looks awesome. I don't know if McFarlane has done a Doomsday. I need to look and see.
And then they have.
But I absolutely love this figure. But it's the Mattel version. I can't compare it to McFarlane's yet because I haven't seen it. And then two would be Beast Boy, and three would be Bane for me. Um,
Yeah, pretty much same for me.
okay, gotcha. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap it up for the Build a Bane, Build a Fig review. And we hope you enjoyed it. Like and share, all that good stuff.
And then here's another look at him with Scarecrow.
Yeah, and this is a really cool thing you can do with this figure too, which I like a lot. Yeah,
Does this add extra brownie points to
it
it?
does. It does. Yeah,
You get in
very
position.
interesting. Yeah, he can just kind of ride around on Bane like that.
Yeah, it works. So yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up the review.
All right, hope you enjoyed it. See you next time, guys.
Like, subscribe for some more awesome DC Multiverse fun. Bye.
Absolutely.